An episode of Pokemon sent 12,000 children to the hospital.
Children suffered from convulsions and vomiting after watching a television cartoon program.
Many were kept in hospital for over 24 hours.
Within just 2 days, nearly 12,000 children had reported symptoms of illness after watching the episode. But how did this happen?
I always thought it was a cute program that was fine for kids, but now I have to be careful about everything they watch.
On December 16, 1997, an episode of Pokemon aired in Japan named Dano Senshi Porygon. This was the 38th episode of the Pokemon show and was watched by almost 4 million people on that day. However, the episode later turned out to be a disaster.
About 700 Japanese school-age kids were rushed to hospitals.
About 685 children were taken to the hospital. Within 2 days, 12,000 children had reported symptoms of illness. While most children recovered within minutes, some remained hospitalized for days or even weeks. The episode was instantly banned, and also the Pokemon anime remained off the air for 4 months. The parent company of Pokemon, Nintendo's stock value also fell by almost 5%. The police investigated the anime's production team, and the incident was headlined as Pokemon Shock. But what was the cause of this mass illness? You see, in the episode, there is a scene where Pikachu shoots a Thunderbolt attack at a series of missiles. And in that scene, the animators used fast-strobing blue and red lights at a rate of 12 Hz for 6 seconds. And this caused some children to experience seizures. Some had to close their eyes during that scene, and some felt their body became tensed after watching this. As you can see, even though I have lowered the color tone from this video, the scene is still hard to watch, right? This is especially true for people with photosensitive epilepsy, which is a condition that is triggered by flashing lights. However, Robert Bartholomew, a medical socialist, found that the vast majority of affected children had become ill after hearing about the program's effects, due to all the news and talks that were trending everywhere at that time. But you have to remember that on the day the episode was aired, several hundred children indeed experienced seizures. However, thousands of other children developed illnesses simply from hearing about the event. This phenomenon is often referred to as mass hysteria. But what happened after that incident? Well, the incident caused so much panic that led the medical experts to team with Japanese television broadcasters to create new safety guidelines for animated televised shows.
BBC and the British television industry as a whole have actually known about this problem for a number of years, and we have detailed guidelines and give advice, technical advice to program makers so that they can avoid these problems when they're making programs.
The guidelines are stated like this. Flashing images, especially those with red, should not flicker faster than 3 times per second. If the image does not have red, it still should not flicker than 5 times per second. Flashing images should not be displayed for a total duration of more than 2 seconds. Stripes, whorls, and concentric circles should not take up a large part of the screen.